sleep to your magic. It's time to wake up now. All right? Okay? You know it. You know it. It's 2026. You can't stop ignoring the signs, the calls, the nudges. If you found me, if you're listening to me, there's a reason for that. You want to believe me. You've been seeing the signs. You probably watch a lot of other things that are about harnessing, your ability to create material change in this world. Your ability to create something different. Your ability to do something and have a tangible effect on the material realm. And I'm here to tell you, you're right. You do have that power. And it's like, maybe we're used to when someone wakes us up being like, oh no, but you gotta wake up. The other day, Billy told me about Dumbo, which is a Disney movie I hadn't really watched. And I was like, I gotta watch it. Most of it is, about this circus elephant who's getting like the other elephants in the circus are like making fun of him because he has like huge ears, and but he's like a baby. He's like so cute. But they're mean to him. The people who come to the circus are mean to him, and they're like, look at you look so funny with your ears. And they're just getting him to, do bullshit little stacking elephants on a ball. And he this mouse takes him under his wing, and the mouse is like, why are they making fun of him? Like, it's not his fault, his ears are big, and like, who cares? And it's kind of wild. Like, spoiler alert, sorry if you haven't seen Dumbo, but basically all he has to do is understand that like the thing that makes him weird, different, that he's been taught to have shame about, is the thing that makes him magical. That's the thing that enables him to be valuable. His ability to fly, his big ears. Not just that he had big ears, he also had to believe that he could fly. It wasn't until he realized, like, oh shit, that he could control that and could create a beautiful new life for himself and his mother. And I gotta watch it again, see how it sucked, because like they were still like animals in a circus, but their quality of life definitely stepped it up. But it was a a movie from the 40s, so people back then had a very limited idea of what was possible, of what freedom was, of how to use one's magic. But everything is being unveiled these days. The light is being shown on everything. Everything is crumbling that isn't built on sturdy foundation. Yeah, just everything is being revealed. The truth, reality. And the reality is like you have a lot of power. And yeah, the thing that made you different and special and unique has probably also been the thing that, like, I don't know, you've seen it as something to hide, to be ashamed of, to not draw power from. Have y'all seen Practical Magic? Oh my gosh. Okay, like one of my faves, Sandy Bullock, Nicole Kidman. And yeah, they're in this world where like the town knows that they're witches and they treat them mean because they're witches. And the kids throw rocks at them, and they were kind of taught though that they couldn't really use their magic to get people to treat them better or to create the reality they wanted to see. They were taught to kind of be ashamed of their magic and to fear it, and to be like, my job is to fit in with the non-magical people and, you know, like, do things how they say, make them feel comfortable in their non-magical world. But of course, you know, the moral of practical magic is that, like, we all have magic, and especially women, and we're taught to, like, be asleep to it. We're taught to not see it as magical. We're taught to just, like, you know, we lose the forest for the trees. We're taught to just see it as, like, it's so natural that it couldn't be supernatural. But what if it comes easy to you because, like, I don't know, it's coming from the, you know, source, from divine. It's magical. It's supernatural. For other people, what is easy for you, like, that is magic to them. They're like, how are you doing that? And you're like, oh, this, I don't know. I'm just doing it. You might not even realize. Maybe because you are busy hiding it and making sure no one sees it, or you don't draw attention to yourself for this thing. So so you don't even get to realize it. It's magic, the thing you're doing. The ability to draw the correct people to you to create the reality you want, magic. You just kind of being you in a space makes it better, multiplies whatever is there. That's magic. Multiplying the energy, changing the energy of a space you're in, is exerting your force, your will to change this 3D reality. Magic. And yeah, we see so many things that are going on these days. You know, keto rings, these, like, made up, you know, kind of hierarchies, and this idea that all of us, no matter our station or age or, you know, gender or whatever, we're all kind of powerless, really, ultimately, to do anything. But yeah, that's just something we've been told so that we don't step into our power. Because once we step into our power, we'll see that, like, oh my God, this was all we had to do. Just kind of, like, be ourselves, do what came easy to us, not spend all of our energy making ourselves small and trying to pretend and try to act normal. When we do that, it's just natural. Our magic is natural. Like, it's an emergent property. Once we do that, we'll see what comes next. And it's going to be beautiful and powerful and magical. Okay, what was the other movie I was thinking about? Oh, that show. I've been talking about this since I first started getting on here. Okay, Umbrella Academy. Literally, like, one of them, like, the white guy who adopts her can't figure out a way to control her power, and so he convinces her that she's ordinary. And so he has to, you know, tell her that. He has to use one of the other magical children to convince her of that. He has to, like, she has to take these, like, pills to kind of modulate her, like, keep her a little numb, keep her a little, you know, anesthetized. And yeah, all of that because, like, she was actually, like, the most powerful. She had so much power, but, like, this white guy couldn't find a way to harness it for his own benefit. So he was like, all right, let me just tell her she's ordinary. Call it a day. Get her to feel, you know, shame about her not specialness so that she'll, you know, take notes for us and be the, you know, what do you call it? The, like, bag boy. Is that a word? I don't know. Is that a thing? Like, you know, in, like, a football team, like, the person who, like, cleans up the balls and stuff. And not to say that isn't a valuable, essential part of any team. However, if you're actually the one with all the value, the talent, the brilliance, the power, the magic, then having you take some notes having you play, support when you're supposed to be leading. It's a waste of your talent, babe. And so, yeah, they spend a lot of time trying to keep us asleep, right? Make us think we're all just ordinary. We all just like don't have much power. Any power we do have, we can only use it in a very small, narrow way that doesn't actually really ever have a real material impact on this thing, right? And the thing that really has power are the stories that we're told about how things work. One of those main things is that like you don't have magic, you're just ordinary, you're just regular. If you're special in any way, it's in how unspecial you are. Babe, I don't know. I feel like if you found me and you find yourself like resonating with what I'm saying, it's because you know you're special. You've always known. And it feels bad to be around people in environments where they're like just gaslighting you, like, no, no, not special, no magic, nothing you can do, really. So no use even complaining about it. Certainly no use thinking about it or trying something different. Are you kidding me? Guys, come on. Come on. We see what's going on. The sun is up. Everything is unveiled. And the coincidences are coinciding. It's like there's too many synchronicities. There's too much proof that you are magic. There's too much proof that you have the power and that you're onto something. You know how to wield it. You, at the very least, know how to find the inspiration to help you figure out how to wield it. And you're supposed to wield it. I'm giving you permission. I know I'm just some girl on the internet, but also a brilliant lawyer, navigated through the matrix artfully, quickly, easily, you know, in more integrity and stronger than when I went in. And so, I think intuitively, I know how to guide you out. So just follow me. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. And also, yeah, Billy's about to do a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Ooh. He's also very brilliant. He has a lot of magic too. And I'm so glad that he shares it. I'm so glad that he doesn't go like, nah, that's stupid. That's nothing. No one will ever, accept it, care about it. I'm so glad he doesn't do that. I'm so glad he does it anyway. Maybe he does do that, but he ultimately is like, whatever. I'm going to put it out anyway. Because it's always so beautiful and so necessary. It's medicine. And you have that too. But maybe you don't have a Sheba, like, living in your house being like, you're brilliant. What are you talking about? Look at all this evidence. You've maybe been taught to see all the things in your life in a certain disempowering way, in a way that like all goes to prove that like, yeah, you're not really, can't really do much about this 3D reality. But baby, you're the most powerful. Ultimately, some authority figure doesn't know how to harness your power for their own benefit. So it's easier to just convince you that you're ordinary, powerless, keep you asleep to your magic, keep you distracted, keep you attached to like binding, dampening spells. Ooh, that tell you like, nah, like life is hard. It's hard to get through. It's working against you. There's no escape. Like you gotta kind of just endure. Nothing you can really do. You'll never be able to like, you're not powerful enough to like make any tangible difference on your own. You always have to kind of do it in this one way that ultimately like binds you. Babe, come on. Spells. Trying to keep you out of your power. Trying to keep you occupied. So, in this time right now, where you have more free time, you don't have all these fires to put out and things. Don't rush to find a fire to put out. You have this time with yourself and spirit and nature for a reason, for you to benefit from, to explore. Okay? So wake up. It's like 7 p.m. Okay? So yeah, we're letting the sun set on our old, powerless, comfortable, familiar identity that we're just regular, no power to create something different than, what we're given. That's done. The day is done on that. Now it's time to wake up. Okay. All right, my darlings, I'm going to get up out of here. So cute. All right, my darlings, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll get to talking about something else brilliant very soon, okay? Go over to Billy's channel and watch the League of Extraordinary Discourse if you want to watch two men talk about something. Yeah. All right. Love you, Earth Angels. And I'll talk to you soon, okay?